Hello, and welcome to another episode of On the Fly. I am your host, Katie DeFeo. We've got a lot to talk about this week. Let's get into it. First, if you haven't yet, I encourage you to leave this video right now and go check out last week's. Last week, I brought you inside the bubble of Athletes Unlimited. It was a very, very fun experience. Everybody was so welcoming, and it was just a blast to be there for the final weekend of the first season of AU. I got to go into some hotel rooms and on the field and just show you guys a little bit of behind the scenes of what they had done for the past 5 weeks. Very, very cool, very fun video. I was blessed to have that opportunity. Everybody go check that out right now if you haven't seen it yet. So this video, I was gonna do a way too early America's Team rankings, but I wanna wait. I wanna wait and see how fall ball goes. Fall ball is something we'll talk about today, and we'll talk about September 1st, obviously, which was yesterday or the day before yesterday, depending on when this video comes out. I think I need like 1 more week, maybe 2 more weeks tops, to kind of wrap my head around some of these new coaching hires, which I'll talk about in this video as well, before I can truly say what teams are America's teams. Today we'll talk about a few things, but we'll start with September 1st. This week was September 1st, which is the first day that coaches can contact juniors in high school. So the first day that juniors in high school can talk to coaches, can get actively recruited, and can start to field offers and start committing to schools, which is a very exciting thing. Back in my day, way back in my day, I'm like a boomer to these kids nowadays, but you could just talk whenever. So I got recruited as a sophomore. I personally think that the rule changes are amazing. I got lucky that USC was such a great place that I committed to, but I know others that aren't as lucky with where they go, and I think when you're a junior, you kind of have a better idea of like what you want to do potentially with your life or what you want to study in college. I love the new rules. I love that there's like a lot of hype around September 1st. I think it's really cool. I think it's fun. You see coaches calling people at midnight, grabbing breakfast with players the next day. I just think it's fun. I think it's good for the sport, and I'm really excited to see where all the top juniors in the country commit to. But first, we have some advice from our queen, our goddess, Rachel DeCecco, the queen of Unleashed, as I like to call her. Rachel won a Tewaaraton trophy. Rachel is a Princeton GOAT, and Rachel went through the recruiting process as well. So over on Unleashed, we asked Rachel to kind of give 5 tips for kids on September 1st, because as fun of a day as it is, it also can be a little anxiety inducing, as you know, you might not get as many calls as you wanted, or you might not get calls from the coaches that you thought you were gonna get calls from. Believe me, I was there. I got recruited as well. I've been there. It's tough. I remember when I found out that this one school I really wanted to go to didn't want me, it was really sad. Like, there's a lot going on in this time of year, and so it's important to stay grounded. We asked Rachel for some advice. Number 1, September 1st is the beginning and not the end. It's very, very important to remember that if you're a junior right now, September 1st is literally 2 years. You're not even gonna step foot on a college campus as an athlete or as a student athlete for 2 years. So you have to remember that this is the first day of the journey, not the end. Everybody is getting recruited at the same time as you. You're not behind if you didn't get a couple calls. Coaches have different strategies, which is another thing we'll get into. But remember, it's the beginning, not the end. 2, keep an open mind and a positive outlook. The schools that you think you might not want to go to right now, you don't know. You never know. They might have a major that you really like that you don't even know that you love, because you haven't been exposed to that in like a high school class yet that you might find out later on. Just keep an open mind, keep a positive outlook. Be positive about this experience. If you are negative, then it'll consume you. Be positive. Spin the negatives into positives. Number 3, as I said, don't panic if you don't get a call on September 1st. Coaches have different strategies and different needs. So a coach might not be calling defenders on September 1st because they want to go attack heavy at the beginning of their recruiting class. Just be patient. Number 4, no 2 paths are the same. Don't get caught up comparing yourself to others. I love this advice. Your recruiting journey is it's yours. It's only yours. Even the girls in your class that are committing to your same school, they have different experiences, different situations as you do. Focus, stay in your lane, as I would say. Stay in your lane. Every single day that you get an opportunity to play on a lacrosse field, put your best foot forward and play your best and have the most fun and be very present. Every time you get an opportunity to talk to a college coach, do the same thing. Be present and just enjoy the process. Number 5, congratulations, as Rachel says, on your commitment to play at the next level. No matter what happens from here, you should feel proud. That is very true. Whether you don't know if you are gonna play at the next level or you're gonna play D3, D2, D1, and like club, it's very, very exciting that you are taking that step to play at the next level wherever you end up playing, whatever jersey you end up putting on. You should feel proud of yourself. That is an insane accomplishment just in itself. That's it for September 1. I could not agree more with what Rachel said, and I just wanted to echo that on this episode of On the Fly. The next thing that I'm gonna talk about today is a coaching hire. 2 coaching hires. We have Michelle Tumalo at Army, obviously, as we know, America's team, the real America's team. I mean, and I'll get into that when I do my way too early America's teams ranking down the road, but for now, Army is America's team. It goes without saying. Michelle Tumalo at the helm. Today, right as I was about to film this video, it was announced that Michelle hired Ella Simpkins and Katrina Dowd. let me just say, two great people first off, just great people, great folks, great people you want to be around. But second, obviously we've seen what Katrina brings to the table as a coach, but I'm excited to see what Ella Simpkins does as well. She played in that Syracuse program, that blue blood program, where they breed winners, they breed champions. We saw Asa Goldstock got the job at USC as the defensive coordinator, goalie coach 5, and now we're seeing Ella Simpkins get a chance at Army. The Gary Gait coaching tree is something else, as we know. Everybody who plays at Syracuse who wants to get a coaching job seemingly can get a coaching job. It's a really cool thing. People are inspired by Gary when they play there, and they learn the game, and they learn how to coach, and they learn how to be around people the right way. So I'm very excited to see two members of that coaching tree, Michelle and Ella at Army, along with Katrina Dowd, who we know what she can bring to the table as a coach. She's a special offensive mind. She's one of the GOATs. I'm very, very excited to watch Army this next season, the real America's team. Guys, that's all for today. As I said, we've got fall ball to unpack. People are returning to campus. It's a very exciting time to be a women's lacrosse fan. I say that every day. I say that every week. It's a very exciting time to be a women's lacrosse fan, but it is. It seems like it never ended. We had a fantastic college season, bookended by Charlotte North and just that craziness, madness, mega star. She's just a mega star now. And then all of a sudden it was AU. AU was sick. 5 amazing weeks of top tier professional lacrosse, a fantastic television product, capped off with a vlog by yours truly in the bubble, and now fall ball. Like, AU, blink of an eye, and now everybody's returning back to campus. The coaches that I met in the AU bubble are all going back to campus. The girls that I know that are college players are all going back to campus. It's an exciting time to be a women's lacrosse fan, as always. Thank you guys for watching. Comment down below if you have any questions, anything you want me to touch on next week. On the Fly's back, Unleash is back, we're back, everybody's back, women's lacrosse is back, it never left, but we're back. America's team, guys, Army. And Cuse, which I tweeted and I'll talk about next week. Don't want to get ahead of myself. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.